Right everybody, welcome along to another video on my channel. It's another pre-match day analysis / review, and it's all depending on the weather really if this game's going to go on really, because obviously we've been hit by major snow across all of the UK this past week. Loads of games have already been called off in the Championship, League 1 and League 2, and ours is one of a couple of games still not to have been called off yet. The squad have tracked on their way out to Derby as we speak, so fingers crossed the game can go ahead, because we're in some very good form at the moment. It's to be a very big test against a fellow playoff rival, just sit one place above us in the league table. It's away at Derby County, obviously. Trip to Pride Park, a stadium we haven't done too well in recent seasons. We've only got one win out of our past few league meetings against Derby since coming down from the Championship. I think 4 or 5 seasons ago now it is. So getting into the analysis, we're going to start off as usual with some white strikes. The first one was Moose Dembele's goal in the Capital One, originally in the Capital One Cup, but that was its name back then, against Derby, followed by Nikolai Bodrov striking our 2-0 win, our last win against Derby to date, followed by Stefan Johansson's goal in our 2-2 draw in 2016-17. These goals will come on the screen for you now.
He has had a good season so far, but that's a terrible wall. Back is Moussa Dembele. Well, I tell you what, out of nowhere there, Forsyth, the left back. A terrible decision. Sean went for the onto the left foot. The shot was charged down, and then back across goal, and it's in.
What a
it's
finish!
Nikolai Bodrov.
What a finish! Outside of the boot.
His first goal for Fulham, Nikolai Bodrov, and it's a.
So there's some wonderful strikes in all three of them goals. Really, some top, some really good goals there. Probably my favourite, probably Bodrov's goal in that win over Derby in our first season back in the Championship. I was at the game. I remember sitting in Hammersmith End watching Bodrov's connection with that ball. You see it floating over into the top corner. Probably his best goal, which probably his only goal really. He scored in Fulham colours. Not the best Fulham career really, but at least he scored a goal, I suppose. Anyway, enough of that. So moving into the team lineups from the last match day, we can start off with Fulham's lineup in our 2-0 win against Wolves. It was Bettinelli in goal, flat back four, Fredericks, Callas, Tim Ream, Matt Target. A midfield three of Tom Kearney, Kevin McDonald, Stefan Johansson, and an attacking three of Floyd Aita on the right, Ryan Sessegnon on the left, and Alexander Mitrovic going through the middle in a 4-3-3. So Derby's formation in a 3-3 draw against Reading: Scott Carson in goal, a back four of Chris Baird, Richard Keogh, Curtis Davis and Marcus Olsen, Joe Ledley and Huddleston, your two central defensive midfielders, and an attacking three of Andy Vyman, Casey Palmer and Tom Lawrence, sitting behind the one lone striker in Cameron Jerome. So obviously Derby County's last 3 games have been a little bit of a slide recently. They started the season very well. We're in sitting quite pretty in the top 2 till before Christmas. Obviously Cardiff got their act together again. They're now sitting second. Derby's recent form has seen them fall to 4th, but they're not out of the automatic promotion race, and most certainly near enough guaranteed a playoff spot. But we've all seen what Derby are capable of doing in terms of slipping up in the season, most notably under Steve McLaren, when they were in the top 2 for the most part of the season, and then towards February, March time, they had a terrible blip in form, which saw them going from the playoff places to finishing 8th in the season in 2014-15, which meant they didn't get a playoff place. And it was quite a disastrous end to a very good campaign for Derby, who were contenders up at the top of the league for large parts of that season, but fell away at the most important stage, which was obviously towards the end of the season. And they're hoping not to do this again this year. But their last 3 games, recently, a little bit of a slide recently. It all started with a 2-0 away defeat to Sheffield Wednesday, then a 2-2 draw at home against Leeds, followed by a 3-3 draw away against Championship strugglers Reading. So they probably could do with a win sooner rather than later already. A couple of defeats sandwiched in between one draw as well. So as I said before, they need to get back to winning ways sooner rather than later, because teams outside the playoff places like Sheffield United and Middlesbrough will be snapping at our heels, and Fulham's heels, our team, for most parts of this season coming up. So we need to make sure that Derby needs to get a win sooner rather than later, as I keep saying. It's a big game as well. Both sides cannot afford to lose this. And it will be a determinant for our season, really. We started the season off very well. Now we're in a very good bit of form at the moment. A very good performance against Wolves. Probably our best home performance of the season to date, I think. We really played fantastic in that game. We took apart a Wolves side who gained a very good reputation for taking other teams apart this season, and we really stepped up to the challenge. We didn't bottle it, which is really good to see. We showed good fight and determination against one of the best sides in this division this season. So running through Derby County's danger men, obviously Mate Vidra's out injured, but he's one of their main danger men, the top goal scorer this season as well. Scott Carson in between the sticks for Derby has been consistent this season. Early season form and mid-season form as well, through potentially an England call-up, but I don't think that's likely now, to be honest with you. I think with the emergence of the likes of Nick Pope, Jack Butland and Jordan Pickford. For me, they'd be my 3 goalkeepers I'd take to the World Cup. But if Scott Carson keeps performing well, then I wouldn't rule it out. You know, an experienced keeper like him could always be key in certain situations, especially taking a younger group of England players to the World Cup this season. Experienced heads like Scott Carson could come in use if he was to go as number 3 goalkeeper. Also Casey Palmer, he scored a couple of goals in Derby's last couple of games. He's another man, one of their danger men. A previous Championship player for them with Huddersfield, so he knows the Championship promotion mix, and he's tasted that as well through the players where Derby sit at the moment. As I said, Derby's league position is 4th. We're 1 point behind them in 5th. They're on 60 points. We're on 59 points. And our last league win, you have to go all the way back to February 2015, and our 2-0 win against Derby in the league with goals from Cauley Woodrow and Nikolai Bodrov securing all 3 points. I mean, wow. Saying them 2 names in the Fulham lineup, I mean, how times have changed, and how thank God they're not in our lineup anymore, because they're both players who are not good enough already for our team. But there you have it, guys. That'll conclude my pre-match analysis for this Derby game. If you like it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.